Yo, how's it going, guys? It's Ben10clem here, back with the Player of the Year award, the Heisman version, and this is my version of the Heisman poll. And let me know if I agree down below. But last week, was Garrett Nussmeier, Dante Moore, Drew Aller, K. Klubnik, and Jeremiah Smith, and it's changed a little bit. At least the bottom two have, but we're gonna go and get started with that. We're still keeping Garrett Nussmeier at one. They played Louisiana Tech. And he threw for uh, 41 passes, 26 attempts, 237 yards. Um, 63.7 completion and one touchdown, one interception. Got sacked 3 times, but other than that, I think he was okay. He did do negative rushing. This was one of his weaker games, but I think he'll bounce back after this and be completely fine. I still think he's probably the best QB out there right now. So, anyways, next is Dante Moore. He had a very, very good game against Oklahoma State. Um, it was 69-3. It was absolute blowout, and he threw for 21 attempts, 16 completions, 266 yards, 76.2 completion rate, 3 touchdowns, 0 INTs, got sacked 0 times, 2 carries for 11 yards as well. He played very good. And I mean that whole team did. Look at the score. Tells you. Um, his total of the year is 6 touchdowns, 0 incompletions, 77.3 completion rate, with 5 carries and 29 yards in his so far in the 2025 season. And going back over to Garrett Nussmeier, he's thrown 2 TDs, 1 interception, and negative 25 rushing yards. And you could arguably say that these 2 and 3 could be at one, but number 3 is Drew Aller. They played FIU, a very easy school. 34-0. Blew him out. He threw for 33 attempts, 19 completions, 200 yards exactly, 57.6 completion rating, 2 touchdowns. Got sacked twice, 2 carries for negative 11 yards, so not great. But I mean, his passing was fine. 2 touchdowns is great. 200 yards in a game is great too. He's sitting at 3. His overall percentage is 69.5%, and 3 touchdowns thrown. He's also has 8 carries for 9 yards. And then next we have John Mateer from Oklahoma. I finally figured out how to say his name. Um, I apologize, but Oklahoma is, I think, very good this year, and I think they're gonna continue soaring through. Which is gonna help. What's his name? Brent Venables. Have a chance of not getting fired. I really think they are on the high this year. So they played Michigan and they ended up winning 24-13. His stats that game were 34 pass attempts and 21 completions for 270 yards, 61.8 completion, 1 TD, 1 INT, and 1 sack. 19 carries for 74 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. So he had a total of 3 touchdowns that game. And he has 3 rushing TDs the whole year and 4 passing TDs and 2 interceptions throughout the whole year. I think he's a really good candidate for Heisman. He has a very good chance of winning the Player of the Year award as well. And number 5, Haynes King. I get he only played in the first game because he got injured after, but his stats that game are insane. He got injured, I think, during practice a little bit, so he's supposedly starting versus Clemson, so we'll see how that goes. But I think Haynes King is 5th easily in the Heisman polls for me, or the Ben10clem Player of the Year award poll. They against his game in Colorado, their first game, he threw for 20 passes, 13 completions, 143 yards, 65 completion rate, 0 touchdowns thrown, but 1 interception thrown. He had 19 carries for 156 yards, averaged 8.2 and 3 rushing TDs. So he had 3 TDs on the year, all rushing, But this guy is a glorified running back. But when he throws, he's not terrible. Look at his completion rate: 20 passes and 13 completed. That's pretty good. I'm interested to see how he does against a pretty elite defense in Clemson. So it should be a good game, and I could see Georgia Tech pulling off the upset. Now, the honorable mentions, some that dropped out of the list is Jeremiah Smith and Kate Klubnik. But Kate Klubnik is not an honorable mentions. I don't think he might come back up into it. He might even come back into the top 5 for players that have a chance of winning the award, but I don't think he will unless he pops off like he did last year. Jeremiah Smith at Ohio State, Lenore Sellers at South Carolina, Gunnar Stockton at Georgia, Arch Manning at Texas, and Carson Beck at Miami. Those are all honorable mentions. They have a good bit of games ahead of them. We'll have to see how well they fare against the teams they end up facing, because LSU faces up against Florida, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they play Florida. Yeah. And I'm curious to see how Garrett Nussmeier handles that as well. I mean, if he handles it pretty much the exact same as he did Clemson, he should be just fine. Dante Moore, they don't play anyone, I think, crazy, or they might be on a bye. No, they play at Northwestern. Oregon's favored by a lot. I'm expecting them to have another crazy game, similar to the Oklahoma State game, but just a little less scoring. Drew Aller at Penn State plays Villanova, which is definitely going to be a huge blowout. Expect him to have crazy numbers, and it probably get taken out in the third or fourth quarter just because it's just going to be a blowout. John Mateer for Oklahoma. Let's see. They play at Temple. In that game, I'm expecting him to pop off as well. Expect maybe one INT that game, but I'm probably going to see 3 to 4 touchdown passes, maybe 1 or 2 on the ground. Probably 300 plus yards passing. And Haynes King, I'm really not sure what to expect. It's Clemson at Georgia Tech. The game could go either way, I think. And Georgia Tech, if Haynes King is fine enough to run, and if he can get the running game working for him, he's probably going to have a couple rushing TDs, and I'd expect probably 80 plus yards out of him. Passing, you could see him pass a good bit, but I see him throwing 1 or 2 picks that game, maybe have 1 touchdown thrown. I still think he'll do really well. Clemson's going to struggle against his running because that's what Clemson struggles against. So we'll see how that goes. But other than that, that's what we got to keep an eye out for and see if anything changes. But that's going to be the end of the Ben10clem Player of the Year Award Week 3 odds. Garrett Nussmeier 1, Dante Moore 2, Drew 3, John Mateer 4, and Haynes King 5. The honorable mentions are right below me. Anyways, I appreciate y'all for watching. Let me know what y'all think about these players possibly winning the Heisman or the Player of the Year award. Anyways, see you guys in the next one, and peace.